guys, it's Lauren. If you're new here, be sure to hit subscribe and tap the bell icon to be sure you get notified every time we post a new video. This is a guide for beginners, so if you are new, you've come to the right place. Subscribe. So you want to know how to fill in your eyebrows, but you're not sure where to start. First, we're going to be talking about plucking, shaping, and maintenance. Also, the bottom is going to have different chapters. You could just skip to like the part of the video that you want, or you could just sit down, relax, and enjoy the whole video. But if you don't want to do that, I am going to be including the different parts. Oh my gosh, I'm going nuts. So here are some tools that you're going to need to keep up with maintenance and just general grooming of the eyebrow. Get yourself a pair of tweezers. You can find these literally any drugstore, any beauty store. Just pick up a pair of these. I have this from a Precisely My Brow pencil. The brow part's gone, but I kept it for the spoolie so I can like, you know what I mean? And just a small pair of scissors to fix your brow hairs. Last thing, you can get yourself an eyebrow razor. Don't recommend this for absolute beginners. This is like more of an advanced thing because you have to be careful. You don't want to accidentally take off your eyebrow. This is something I do use, so I just thought I would include it anyways. Let's talk about shaping. Let me zoom you guys in really quick. I'm gonna try to like face the camera dead on. So from the corner of your nose, all the way up, that's where it should start. So if you look dead on, it should be like through your eye, like that part of your eye. If you go to the edge, like the corner of your eye, that's where it should end. So for maintenance, I mainly use these three items: the scissors, the tweezers, and the spoolie. So I usually start off by just pulling my brow hairs upward like that. And if I see any eyebrow hairs like that one, any of them like on the eyelid where they're not supposed to be, like that's not supposed to be like that. So that's what I'll do. I'll do this every month so it doesn't get too bad. I don't pluck the top. I don't grow crazy hairs on top anyways. Then this is the challenge. When I comb it downwards, I get some pretty gnarly long hairs. So what I'll do is I'll comb it downwards and then I will just use the scissors and I will cut like really one at a time. If they go back to how they were, just take your time and brush them back down again. I don't do it like perfectly where it's like, you know, I probably should be cutting it a little higher, but I do need that length because my eyebrows are a little compromised. So that's basically what I'll do. I don't really do the shaving unless it's like little peach fuzz hairs that kind of like build up around here. That's like once every 2 months type of thing. And then this eyebrow, this is the really bad one. Look at that. All right, so for products, we have a few different things. Pomades should be used for eyebrows that are sparse, thin, or scarred. When I worked as a makeup artist, a lot of people were like, hey, what do I do about my eyebrow? It's scarred. The most natural way to make hair look like it grows there in an eyebrow scar is to use pomade and a brush. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills 7B brush, and it comes with a spoolie on the end, so that's like great for manipulating the hair how you want. Like literally look at my eyebrow. And it does have this awesome, really precise tip so you can make it look like real hair strokes. Pomade is kind of meant to go on the skin and stay there. A pomade should be used for the eyebrows that are like in the worst condition, like mainly skin, you know, not much hair going on, not much shape. Next step up is a pencil. This is an Anastasia Brow Wiz. I could get away with using a pencil, although it doesn't give me the precise control that I require because I'm high maintenance. I always have one of these in my purse just in case I need to make a touch up. This Brow Wiz is amazing. It has a nice precise tip. It's like this guy, but like preloaded. This should be used for sparse or thin eyebrows, meant as a natural alternative to pomade. Next, we have powder. I use this on my clients, this BH Cosmetics Flawless Brow Trio. I think this is like something around $6. I'm gonna link everything in the description below, by the way. It's like a pomade right here and a blonder powder and like a darker powder. It's beautiful on all skin tones, so I really recommend this no matter what your skin color is, and you can always hop into these different things if you want to make different dimensions. I use this on all of my clients and it looks beautiful on every single one of them. So I just use this. Good for weddings, everything in between. So highly recommend this. This is best used for an even more natural alternative to a pencil. Watch out for warm undertones with powders though. Last one. This is meant for the most natural look. This is if your eyebrows are already perfect but just need a little, you know, lick and a promise. Gel. Clear brow gel. This is my personal one, so it's like contaminated with eyebrow product. That's why it's not clear. This one is by Benefit. The label wore off. Again, it's my personal one. It is a brown tinted. It's actually a shade which rubbed off. This might be like shade 2. There are different gels. There's clear gel, any shade between the blondest blonde and the blackest black, depending on what brow company. So that's the most natural look. Already have perfect eyebrows, you could just sweep some of this on. The clear brow gel will keep your eyebrows in place, whereas the gel one will kind of like even out the color. All right, so let's get into how I do my eyebrows. I use Dipbrow Pomade in Blonde. How I dip in, it's like a technique. I like to just go like that and then coat the other side. That way I make sure I have a nice sharp tip. I like to comb my eyebrow upward, and then I take my brush and I like to start off like right there, because that's a suffering area for me. So very light strokes, as you can see. I have that filled in, so it kind of like evens out the bottom part. Like that. And then you can go down like that. Really light strokes. And you can already see how much better that looks. What I like to do is I like to just do that, and it kind of like makes the eyebrow look a little bit more friendly. And then so I like how that looks. I think it looks the most natural for me, and that's what I do. I like to go in with both of these because I need as much help as I can get. Take the tinted one and put it like more towards the end, because that's where the hairs really need help. Then I take the clear one and I put it where the hairs are the longest that need to stay in place. If you are extra, read all about it. You might find yourself concealing around the eyebrows. I do this occasionally, especially when I do bold looks, because it just makes it more snatched. I like to focus it right here, and that helps make everything look amazing. And then I blend it back and forth, not up and down, but just back and forth. And then I'll leave it like that, and it makes my eyebrow look really, really cute, really sharp. So that's what I do for my eyebrows. If this helped you, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you all next time.